everybody. I'm into this 6 days now and probably have another 3 or 4 more to go. But I wanted to show you what it looks like to have one of everything. So actually this is about 2/3 of it. I've been working on this for quite a while, and John, the homeowner, the garage owner, was kind enough to oblige me in my pursuit here of creating a master collection or a complete set of Milwaukee tools. Somebody has to make a decision. I used to sell mutual funds when I was a financial advisor and ETFs and customized portfolios, but eventually somebody has to decide what investment to choose, and same thing with tools. Somebody has to decide which tool to buy, especially when you look at a Milwaukee catalog. This is only a fraction of their catalog, and it's a ridiculous amount of stuff. And so what one of my strong suits or one of my skill sets is to buy stuff and sort through stuff and figure out what makes sense. And so a lot of this doesn't make rational sense, especially for a really well manicured facility and really nice cars that are going to go in here. But you never know. You never know when you need a compact router. So it's nice to have it when you need it. And so this is 31 of the 45 tools. So my version of this is 45. One of the things we're learning is just the size and scale of the amount of line items that we need to choose in order to put together a master collection or a master garage like this is pretty complicated, especially when most, like a customer like John, who's been buying stuff from me for years, has some stuff, and so trying to figure out what does he have, what does he not have, and so we're 14 tools short, which we'll get those ordered and shipped out here shortly. But the concept here is to have the 45 tools. I want to have 45 batteries, so that way I can have one battery, which, again, that also doesn't make a lot of sense, but I want to have one battery in each tool ready to go at all times. And that just seems to make sense to me, even though it's a bit overkill. But I mean, every single part and piece in this garage, and most of our garages across the country are overkill. Even a well-stocked 2-car garage is probably overkill for most of us. So where do you draw the line? I say you don't. You just keep going. And so every part and piece of this has been selected and chosen. I unboxed all of these. Me and John's son unboxed all of these together and got it all set up. The other thing that's coming here, and he's the first one to get this. I have 4 more packages that we're waiting on a couple of parts to ship out to him. But there are, I believe it's 9 different packages of grinder wheels, concrete bit set, regular drill bit set, a impact tool set, which is the biggest, most expensive thing, step bits. And so you have step bits for impact, step bits for a normal drill. And so this is 3 of the OG sort of ultimate accessory package. You can see also the saw blades and all that stuff as well. So this is all coming together where I unboxed this. So the concrete bit set looks like this, and the OG shipping crew puts this together. These I buy in bulk packages, and so you can see we'll probably come up with some OG logoed stuff, but like our various various bits for our impact stuff, like our torques and insert bits and all this stuff, we're sorting through and piecing together. So generally what I'm doing when I'm putting together an accessory package, I'm going to buy the biggest bulk package I can, and then we're going to physically by hand pull out however many bits I'm suggesting. Again, I'm making the choice what bits we need, what we don't, and that'll adjust over time. So John has a hole saw set, what do we have? A jigsaw set, a woodworking bit set, a sawzall bit set and hacksaw bit set or blade set that we have 4 more kits that are in transit that'll ship out here shortly once we get to the rest of the stuff. And then, of course, batteries. I'm going to figure this all out. I'll let you follow me along here today as I kind of work through where am I going to put all this stuff. I don't have any organization system for this stuff yet. So my intent is to eventually send this out to Tool Grid. Actually, I hope we can send it out in the next month or so. Send it out to Tool Grid, let them create a grid system for us for various drawer sizes, so that way we can then put together our parts and pieces and have it so that it has a nice, comfortable spot in your cabinet, not just rolling around like it's going to be here when I put this in somewhere in. I'm not sure if I'm going to put it all in this array or where I'm going to put the stuff. So we're going to work through that here together today. And then same thing with the chargers. So I think you want a rapid charger and a supercharger. The supercharger specifically for the HD batteries. So that's something I think you want. And I do have power. I have power bricks in each, or power strips in each one of the cabinets here. So we'll kind of play with that as well. Let's take a walk over to the other array and talk about the Sonic tools. Okay, so the other set of tools that's going in this garage, this is outside of the detailing stuff, are the Sonic foam inlay systems. And this is where, one could argue that like Lista Rousseau, which are very similar, Lista makes a superior cabinet to these Sonic, or you could talk, Moduline aluminum cabinets that have a skin on the side of them that are really, really nice. Bald Head makes really nice cabinets. There's lots of really nice cabinets out there. What sets this over the top for me is one, the look. These look. I'm not in love with having logos all over the place. That's maybe something we can work on in the future. But I'm an absolute, so enamored with this that I can't even explain to you how excited this stuff makes me. And a lot of that is because of this stuff. There's lots of companies now that are doing this, or trying to do this anyway, or working toward this. But the Sonic foam inlay systems, I believe, are the best in the world. So you have nice tools, really, really nice cabinets, really, really amazing organization. And when you take the summation of those three parts, quality fit and finish, beautiful looking cabinets, the modular design, how they're put together, they're pretty easy to order. They're hard to get right now, but they're pretty easy to order, pretty easy for us to design. You take all these parts and pieces together, and I think you have the best, whether you're an enthusiast, you're a poser like me, you're a real man like Mike, whether you are a dealership or you're just a guy in a two-car garage or anything in between, the summation of the parts of the Sonic systems is just incredible. It's I think, darn near perfection. Now this MSS Plus stuff, like most metal things coming from overseas, has continued to rise in price. But the magic of this setup or this system is the ability for you to be able to piece together this grouping of parts or grouping of tools, and then get to put it in an amazing cabinet where it fits in very nicely, or let's say perfectly, and you end up with a really amazing, complete set, if you will. This is like, buying baseball cards when I was a kid. I want the complete complete 86 Donruss set. And in this case, many of us put our 86 tops, baseball card set together by buying individual packs, buying a little bit at a time, trying to put together the whole set. And then, maybe for your birthday or Christmas, you could just get the whole 89 Upper Deck set all at once. Well, John was fortunate enough to get the whole 89 Upper Deck set at once. Now we're missing some, so they're all ordered. They've been purchased, and we're in a global supply chain disaster, if you will. And so trying to get stuff is darn near impossible. So even though we ordered a lot of this stuff ahead of time, it still hasn't shown up. So we're missing, I'm gonna add this all up here, but we're missing probably 4 drawers worth of stuff. So kind of actually very similarly to the Milwaukee set and the accessory set, I've spent hundreds and hundreds of hours putting this stuff together. With the Sonic set, they make hundreds of variants of these foam inlays. And so what I did is I took their catalog, their big 500-page catalog, and I cut it apart. And I cut out all roughly 250 of the foam inlay sets, and then I just started moving them around, and I wanted to create the most complete set possible. So if you go to obsessedgarage.com, the goal here would be to have OG Master Collections for garages like this. Now, I know most of you are not going to be able to do that. Most of us are buying packs of baseball cards to build the complete set. Very few of us are buying the complete set all at once, but there are many people that will. And so I believe that me building the Master Collection, building the complete set, affords you the ability to then pick and choose and build your system a little easier off of my I guess my neuroses, off of my craziness. And so this package is, I think the tool package is like 17,000 and change. And the Milwaukee Master Selection is roughly 13,500. And then the accessory package is another 6,300. So total in tools here we'll have, let's say 17,500. And then let's just say 6,500, so that's 24 grand. Then we'll have another 13,500, so 37,500. So about 40 grand in tools here, roughly in this Master Collection garage, if you will. That's just in tools. So I know that everybody is always wondering what things cost. It means nothing to me. Just a number. You just add it all up, and that's what it costs. So I'm not trying to. This isn't even my garage. I'm not showing off for you. I just want you to know what this stuff costs. So Mike's going to follow me around with the camera here today. I'm going to put these in drawers, and he probably won't capture the whole thing because I'm going to spend hours and hours and hours and hours figuring out where this is most efficient, knowing that we still have a few cabinets that are coming, knowing that we have quite a few tool sets still coming, knowing that I've got more Milwaukee stuff coming, and so I'm going to come back here and spend another weekend or so, or 3 or 4 days, just helping organize this stuff. But this is why I can't do a lot of these garages. I treat this as if it were my own. And so I have to, I'm literally dreaming of where the stuff is going to go. But this is a dream to be able to do this kind of stuff. So anyway, I'm going to start playing with where the stuff goes in the drawers. I wanted to give you an idea what's in here. If you do want to do something like this in this garage, we can put this all together for you. It's overwhelming for me to put this together. It doesn't look like much now, but we just added it up. We're something like 250 man hours into this week just to get to where we're at with all the subtle details that we put together. And I'm going to spend probably 8 or 9 hours just organizing tools and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm going to get working, and we'll wrap this up after I put this together. And then we probably won't be complete on where this is going to go exactly, but we're going to at least make it look really good for this video series for you. So yeah, it's tricky because this is supposed to be an extra deep rolling. So we're probably going to have to swap this out. So this doesn't really hold anything but a large. And the way that I designed the toolkit, we don't do a lot of larges because of the extra deep version of these setups here. So look at how magical that is. So that's 1/2 inch. So there's a 3/8 inch drawer coming. So I'm going to put that here. Screwdrivers are used probably more often than anything. So we have our screwdriver and T-handles. Plus this one is naturally set up to go vertically like this. So screwdrivers, T-handle setup. This is a pry tool kit here in the top. Then we'll have our 3/8 drive, Master 3/8 drive drawer, 1/2 inch drive. And then the other drawer we're missing is the 1/4 inch. So the 1/4 inch will go here on the right. And then we have wrenches. So XD wrench drawer. And then this is the large drawer with a XD insert. So that way the wrenches are next to each other. And then down here is like our less used cutters and vice grips and all that kind of stuff. Goes there. And then you just have an empty, you know, large drawer for other stuff. And then we have SAE stuff. So remember, we'll have quarter inch drive here. So 3/8, half inch, quarter inch. They don't make an XD quarter inch drawer. And then we have SAE. And then SAE wrenches, which would be commonly used. And then nothing here. And then over here in these drawers, so these top drawers have a little desk thingy. So I skipped over the top drawers. So I skipped over these because you don't want to open these as much. Same thing here. I skipped over this one to make sure I took my insert out. Yep. And so then right below that, you have mediums. See, in these 720s, these are extra deep drawers, but they don't make an extra deep setup. They don't make an extra deep foam, at least not yet. And so hopefully they'll make extra deep foams for these 720 drawers, because I like these 720s a lot. And then I don't have as much methodology here, just kind of putting stuff somewhere. So we'll need an 11th one of these, because I got 2 more. The oil change kit. And part of this also, you try to make it as functional as possible, but then you have to just memorize where stuff is. And eventually you kind of get it. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, so we have some more uppers. So there's no upper here. I think we leave these out. And there's eventually gonna be uppers all across the back here. It feels kind of nice and open here. So I'm gonna put all the Milwaukee mechanic stuff in these. Impacts and stuff like that. Oh, Kyle left me hanging here. So another thing we need to do is under cabinet lighting, which is new to us, but we do have it, so I'll do that. I'm gonna make a list of all the things that he still needs. Doesn't need anything, we're complete, but wants, let's call them wants. Like my battery charged, Mike. Yep, I don't care. I don't care if our lesson says to keep them between 20 and 80% or something like that. So I'm bringing all the automotive stuff. I'm going to use these 2 for that. Automotive specific. Charged up. This one's dirty. It's no good.
Whoa, look at this progress and transformation.
So this is insane. Like, I'd forgotten, like there's a whole pallet, there's a whole nother pallet next door of like everything that I've been chasing my whole life. I'm just sitting here, I've literally spent 7:45 this morning. I've been just unboxing all day. Unboxing, putting stuff in cabinets. Look, that's so cool. That's so cool. I just think of all the tens of thousands of hours of research, and it's super humbling to see it all come together in one spot. That this is what I've been talking about. I'm talking about end-to-end solution, end-to-end solution. I think I believed it, but this really, you don't have a choice but to believe it now. Forget the couple hundred hours of man hours that we've had to do to put this thing together. Think about all the other to get, just figuring out, like, each one of these are from like a weird spot in the world. Like every one of these things are from like different countries and different places, and it makes me understand, like I've been harping on this forever, about how detailing is just a component. It's just one piece. Oh shoot, that box is still full. It's just a piece of the of the puzzle, that there's flooring, lighting, cabinets, tools, everything else that goes into it. Seeing like the Milwaukee accessory package and all that, I just sort of put it in a drawer and realizing, man, next year this time I'm probably going to have an organized solution of all of that, where it all goes in one spot, where it can be sold as a package. And I'm really realizing how valuable that is. I mean, like, even if you had the funds to build a garage like this, like it would take you years to like even buy all this stuff, where you can just go to one spot. So all this crap I've been making up in my head, it's really, really surreal to see it all come together. And like to go up there and look at the desk and see like there's no, you can't, even if you can't buy this. So I need to keep pushing forward to make sure this stuff is available to the world. I mean, you can buy all this stuff, but not unless you develop some expertise around all of it. So it's freaking cool. I'm gonna be here till 2 a.m. putting stuff in cabinets and loving every second of it. All right, so all the tools, I need more time. I'm probably gonna stay here for a couple of days and tinker. We gotta put the table saw and the chop saw somewhere else, probably in the barn out back here. But I have kind of loosely positioned some tools in different locations. I guess I can probably combine these two. So I'm playing with this. These will likely go back over to the main array. But I have put some of the bigger tools in some of the big drawers down here. So I've got our nailers. Did I put something up here? I've got all of our accessories, all our cut-off wheel stuff. So I've got to play with sort of the ergonomics of where things will go. We've got our larger blades here. And I think my saws in this giant 890 millimeter tall drawer, our bandsaw and our circular saws. To me, it doesn't make sense to do the woodworking and household stuff in the mechanics array, and so I'm not sure where it's going to go. The other thing I'm excited to figure out is how to organize this stuff. I have to be really gentle with the drawer because these will all slide around. I realized we have 5 more kits. We're waiting on some parts to finish them. We have hole saws, we have the multi-tool kit, we have the specialty woodworking bits, and a couple of others that we need to send here to get set up. So we'll probably do that in the drawers below. But I would love to have, what I'm going to do is send this stuff out to Tool Grid, and they're going to build me some drawers set up for each of I think we have 9 packages of accessories to have this all laid out. So we have our concrete bits, we have our impact bit set, we have our regular drill bits, we have step bits, impact hole saws, all these separate parts and pieces that I want to have an organization solution for. So we'll continue to work on that. I guess if I solve the world's problems overnight, then what am I going to do for the rest of my life? So I get antsy and want to get this stuff all done immediately, but I do have to work for it. So then we have set up, I'm going to play with excuse me. So then the concept here would be to have our mechanics, like our car stuff, heat gun, die grinder, right angle, cutoff wheel. We have some our impacts and all of that stuff here. There's actually 13 tools. So John had some tools. Kyle kind of laid out some of the tools. He had tools that he thought he had gotten. He bought them all from us, but there's thousands of individual parts and pieces that Kyle had to put together for this garage, and so we sort of settled on the idea that let's get here. We'll take inventory of what he has. We'll send most of the tools we know he doesn't have. So there's 13 more that to complete the 45-piece OG Master Collection that we'll get done here shortly. And then I have, don't judge me yet, I still have some work to do, but the batteries, I've got to get the batteries in position. So I'm probably going to do batteries here, chargers there, but I'm going to play with how to set up. I think you want the supercharger, and you want the for the high output batteries, and then the rapid charger, the 6 bay is the way to go. And then you saw us unboxing the Sonic tools. Look at this. That's just too cool. Oh, it's so good. So these are I think it's 1,268 piece tool set. It's like $17,000 worth of tools. My goal was to accomplish a complete set. We talked about that earlier of tools. That'll be coming with the cabinets. We've got, I think, 4 more drawers of tools to complete the system. So this will be our 3/8 and our 1/4-inch drive. So those will be a complete 3/8 quarter. But just look at this. It's so good. That's the 1/2 inch setup. And below here we have our wrenches. So our XD wrench set and our large wrench set with our XD insert. So you're probably wondering, well, why don't you just do all XDs? You can't get a complete set. This one thing that Sonic hasn't done, which I'm glad because it gives me a purpose, is they haven't created a complete set. You have to kind of parcel it together on your own, which I have done. And so Mike's got a tool up there on the scissor lift, but that's cool when you know when you're missing something. You can always either go find it. If you lost it, you can go order another one right from us, right from the site. And then over here we put our large drawers or our medium drawers. And it's kind of weird, they still haven't made a medium XD 720 millimeter wide drawer yet. So you have to put these little foam backers in here to hold this in place, which I don't love, but these drawers, maybe you don't want to open it all the way anyway, so it works out. We've got our impact set, our square drives, all kinds of Torx bits. That's it there. We've got picks and our special insulated. We have an insulated screwdriver set that will come and complete this setup here. Our T-handles, obscure stuff like ratcheting wrenches. So I'm going to play with position of all this stuff. And we have one more. So one of these top ones. So this will come down here, and then we'll have the insulated screwdriver set, which will go here as well. I think that's it. Yeah. So it ends up being 6 XD drawers and 13 other drawers. So you have 19 drawers worth of tools, which takes up a good, I guess a small chunk of an array like this. But the Sonic tools are, they're some of our NWS German tools. They do source some stuff from other manufacturers to put together a grouping of tools. I like them. I like them a lot. I think the combination of the cabinets, the tools are great. And obviously the foam inlay systems are fantastic. I think there are better tools in the world, but there isn't a better combination of cabinets, tools, foam inlays all in one spot. It's I think the ultimate combination for an enthusiast garage. So thanks for watching this part of the series. Make sure to go check out the rest. It is super helpful if you support us and buy the stuff from us. You could buy direct from Sonic, but if you buy from us, it certainly is helpful. I'm always asking people to honor the source. And now I'm asking you, even if I'm not the source and you found this out somewhere else, if you buy it from me, it's super helpful for me to build garages like this and continue to share content and have amazing people shooting and editing our footage here and making these great videos for you. So thanks for watching. As always, stay tuned for more crazy. This garage is nuts. So make sure to check out the rest of the series of all the different parts and pieces and all the hours that went into building this 5,000 square foot garage. Thanks for watching.